As far as the three skills identified in UF is what we're working towards, I think that critical inquiry is the one that I've learned most about since made my first Becoming a Learner video. I actually had an experience in my discussion class for UF where we were talking about some pretty big topics like abortion. And I used to be someone who would be like, anyone who disagreed with me, I was like, what's wrong with you? You're stupid or you're ill-informed or blah, 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 blah. Just like not really being very respectful, that there's a reason why other people have those opinions and that like those opinions, those feelings are informed by past experiences, whether they're their own or like ones that they've heard about or learned about. And I think it's really important to respect that. So we just had a really good conversation and I didn't find myself going, ooh, you're dumb, you're ill-informed, you're uneducated. I found myself going, that's an interesting point, and maybe I don't disagree with it, but I think it's valid, and you're valid because you're a person, and I think my discussion leader has taught me a lot about that since the class started. For my professional development choice, I decided to interview someone who was in an area of work that I would like to go into, which is I interviewed a film director and asked about how when they made the decision to make that their career path, and how they felt that their like childhood and young adulthood informed that choice and those interests. And I think it's really interesting because we seem to have very similar stories of like it was something our parents really loved, and so it was like in order to sort of make them happy, we wanted to like tell these stories and make films and create art. But also it made me think that is this something I'm choosing to do because I really want to do it, or is it something I'm choosing to do because it just like makes sense to me, and like both of my parents are in the artistic realm, like writers and directors, and that I should just sort of go in their footsteps, and my brother is a film director as well, so like does it just make sense to me? Why am I really doing it? And it really made me think about that. And I think that my next step as far as like really inquiring about myself and being aware of that is just trying to figure out like, do I want to do this for myself, and what's in my way and what's helping me if I do want to do this, and what happens if I decide, this really isn't what I want to do, and how do I figure out that like that's real? How do I figure out exactly what it is that I'm choosing to do, and what it is that's just sort of been like thrust upon me by my parents and the environment that I grew up with? So I think that's going to take a lot of like self-reflection, but I think that I can figure that out hopefully soon.